There we go. All right. Good evening, everybody. I feel like I'm like leading a global exec call. It is June 5th. I'm so glad as always to see you guys. And I want to just start with who has a shout out that they want to make from a teammate, from someone that they're seeing just do the do, that's doing the do, that they're proud of. Any shout outs, you guys put it, raise your hand because I want to hear them. Totally fine, Camille. You may have some unexpected guests to watch a basketball game. That's so much fun. Oh my God, absolutely. You're so sweet. But raise your hand if there's someone that you want to just give a shout out to. Let me know if you are not showing me your face because you're not because you're too coward to show. No, I'm kidding. If you don't have your face shown, just type, yeah, Allie, your connection's not great. It's like been blurry. But if you do have someone you want to shout out, just type. I would love to share. So let me know. Since no one here is raising their hands. Oh wait, Angela. Oh my God, I love you. Okay. Yes, Angela.
I could shout out so many people, but Amy Farron for setting up our small accountability business group. I think that is awesome. And thank you so much for coming up with just all the study material and deadlines in order for us to kind of, yeah.
I love it. Is this the piggyback
on it? So thanks for doing that. It's been fun. What?
Oh no, you're fine. I think your connection was a little bad because you paused for a second, but I was able to hear you. Basically, we're saying shout out to Amy Farron for spearheading your accountability group. I saw that she did a post about it. Is that the 2-star executive training?
Yes. Yep.
That's awesome. So,
yep.
Very, very cool. So I don't know if it's too late, but probably not. Step up to 2-star. Thank you, Amy. Oh my God, Amy just said I'm in the bath. But Tracy's being super intentional this week. Heck yes, Tracy. And then I see Camille's hand up. So I'm going to get Camille in just a second. But yes, Emily Vermeer, who I want to hear from at some point when we talk about our Face Your Fear post, which is going to come in a second. Allie just said that she's had a major shift, and that's something that I have totally caught on to, and it's been really fun to watch. Amy, is it too late for anyone that wants to hop into your accountability group? Amy Farron, is it cool if they message you if anybody has interest? I bet you it is totally cool. So I'm going to speak for Amy Farron, and if you are like, what's that? How did I miss it? Then hop on. It looks like Angela, Kendall, Tammy, Morgan, and Carrie are all loving it right now. So she said not too late. So anyone that wants to learn more about it and get some extra training, Amy put it great on this post on Residual Rockstars. Of course, we have great training, and doing these calls are so good for us. And it's so good, I think, just to create an intimate, like, not to sound cheesy, but safe place for just us to share. And I think it's awesome. And I think, we have our global exec calls, but it's something awesome about learning from other leaders outside of our teams. It's just like it's just nice to hear how something they say may resonate with you more than others, or who knows, but what they say may just click with you in a way that you can't even articulate. So it's always good to plug in as often as you can and learn something new from different people. So thank you guys for speaking up. Now, Camille, let me find you again. Let me unmute you. Camille, hello. Share your shout out.
Yes, and I am going to have to go because folks are on there. They're about to knock on my door.
No problem.
Before I go, I wanted to shout out Claire and Stephanie for their breakfast thing that they're doing. I like the way that they've taken the meet people where they're at stuff, and I love this challenge, and I think it's one that I might do at some point. It's a good way to just get folks to incorporate one shake a day and then go from there. So.
I love that. I think they're calling it, what are they calling it? Breakfast takeaway or something? I'm trying to look to see what they're calling it. But it's such a fun, cute idea. And from my understanding, I think, I don't know if either Claire or Stephanie are on, but I was going to have one of them share. Take Back Breakfast Challenge is what they're calling it. And we should have one of them share next week to tell us how it's going. Do you know the details, like what they're doing behind that, Camille?
I don't know the details. The only thing that I've seen is that they are just telling folks that what they would need in order to do it is just shake, cleanse for life, and the ionics, and that's the morning routine. And so it's a 30-day, so I'm assuming that they would just have them to buy enough. So like 2 canisters of shake, I'm guessing. Yeah, because that would
I think
30
you're right.
days. And then the daily cleanse for the cleanse for life, and then the ionic shot. And then I know that Claire did a live post where she showed just how it works.
That's
for
awesome.
her each day.
That's awesome. And so the thought process, and hop off, Camille, I know you got to go, but thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. So obviously, the goal is to lead with a 30-day system, but I think it's totally creative to shake it up every now and then. And I think that's what they're doing, is to shake it up. And, it's amazing what can happen when you just have a shake a day, ionics and cleanse. And I know that they'll probably say, now that I know more about it, the goal is to get them to do a 30-day, but if they can at least start there, they can feel and see how amazing these products are and work up to doing a 30-day. So I think it's a genius twist on being creative. And, what a great opportunity when someone wants to learn more, just to say, what are your goals? And to say, listen, I got to tell you this. The best way to start is the way I started, and that's doing the full 30-day system. But this is an adjusted route to that. And you have a couple options based on what you're looking for, right? So it's certainly still letting them know that package is there and encouraging them to go that route, but it's also not, it's also giving them that option. So I love that. I love that shout out, Camille. Thank you so much. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Angela, who went to a Super Saturday solo, didn't know anybody, and showed up and was like, I feel sick as a dog, but I'm going to push through and I'm going to go. And she's enrolled 3 people this week so far and is like completely on fire and did this beautiful live video. I know probably every one of you saw that, like, had me in tears, and it was so real and so raw, and I loved it. So I'm going to have you share in just a second, Angela. Yes, sweetie, you can shut the door. My daughter's still up, so I'm mom of the year. Okay. She has to go potty, so we had to shut the door. PJ's at a soccer game, so we're having a little girls' night, which means I just don't have the energy to put her to bed before this call. That's what that really means. That's my girls' night. So anyway, what was I saying? So Angela, we're going to hear from you in just a second, because we want to hear, she was so wowed by the Super Saturday, and I want her to share a couple of her takeaways. So that's going to be really fun. And then after Angela shares, let's see, I also, same thing with Allie Wright. I was going to give Emily Vermeer a shout out, and we're going to talk in a second after Angela shares her takeaways. We're going to talk about the Face Your Fear posts. And I would love just to hear from you guys on how it's been feeling and what you're kind of learning about yourself as far as that goes. And real quick before we have Angela share is the Map to Executive strategy call that's going to happen Tuesday of next week at 8:30. So a good chunk of you have already done your Map to Executive, and you deserve a massive flipping round of applause. So I'm going to extend the deadline to Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you can please do your Map to Executive and post it on that post. Do a search for who is ready to run on Residual Rockstars. It should be close to the top of the page. And you'll see that I put together this Tuesday night call. You guys, Renee Schreidman is the strategy queen. And once someone has a game plan and they have their Map to Executive, she is so good at giving you tangible tips on how to now grow your business, how to now create those consultants. So do yourselves and your business don't do yourselves a disservice. Do this Map to Executive and get it posted by Monday at 9 Eastern Time. That's the deadline. So you can join us, because you don't want to miss out. You really don't want to miss out. And I was even thinking we can do I'm not in the business of wanting to create overwhelm, but I was thinking it might be fun to do a smaller little cheer each other on thread for those that were a part of the call, just to kind of share when we do create consultants, we can celebrate with each other, maybe do some fun contests, something like that, so we can really create some good group momentum. My daughter's waving at me right now. So Angela, I would love to hear from you what you got out of the Super Saturday. Tell us about it and what you loved and what you learned from it.
Hey guys, so to start off, as Amanda kind of mentioned, I ended up going alone. I had a couple people that were interested and ended up not being able to go, but just seeing the room full of people here in Minneapolis, that itself warmed my heart, just because all of our team is scattered all over the place and a lot of you guys are further down south. But a couple of the stories really resonated with me. One in particular, this mom actually started with 1 canister of shakes, and this is where it really gets down to meeting the person where they're at, right? So that's kind of something that hit me too, was, okay, I mean, somebody that started with 1 canister of shakes is actually now making a 6-figure income. And this mom was standing up there telling her story about how she kept pushing off the opportunity, and her friend was just casually sharing with her, and one time just kind of opened up her vision at a coffee shop while they were just meeting up, and was telling her, I'm gonna make Isagenix my full-time job. And she was like, seriously? And she started opening up about the comp plan and gave her the vision of being able to leave her job in downtown Minneapolis, of having a 2-hour commute and being able to stay at home and having that financial opportunity and that freedom of time. And the fact that she had that light bulb moment, she was like, okay, I'm going to give this a try. She started on 1 canister of shakes, guys, and now she is literally making 6 figures. So it just shows you that no matter how hard, it is to, get somebody in on a team, how hard we prospect them, if it's not their time, it's not their time. And that's something that's been kind of hard for me to grasp. I'm definitely like an instant gratification type of person, where I'm like, oh man, this person's just playing hard to get. They're not wanting to commit and, start on the 30-day. And that was a huge game changer for me, because it wasn't just her. It was actually 3 other speakers that got up on stage that all started on ordering 1 canister of shakes through us. So, one of the key things, meet them where they're at. Obviously, like Amanda said, the bread and butter is in the 30-day system. It really is. But if they're not ready to make that leap, kind of go back a few steps and meet them where they're at. And then Dr. Paul also mentioned, so Dr. Paul was there, which was also very cool to get the science background of everything. And especially since Ionix is a huge favorite for everybody, especially myself. And so he went into the topic of, the adaptogens and how our body is able to adapt to the environment. And that's where the sweet spot is, why so many people fall in love with this product, because the product helps us get to the homeostasis where all of our hormones balance out and life just gets better. So you hear so many people saying, I lit up from the inside out, right? So Ionix literally is a game changer for so many people. And I will tell you right now, that is the reason why I'm here and will continue to be here from years on. So those are kind of my 2 biggest takeaways is, don't give up hope when somebody's not ready to commit right away on that 30-day system. And then make sure that we're just showing up for the calls. That was one thing I told myself, I'm going to show up for this, because I know once I'm going to get there, I'm going to be happy I came. And of course it lit a fire underneath me, because we all have days where we have that self-doubt, that comes crippling back in. And so being able to show up at events like this and build our skills, it also builds our confidence in our business, and then just being able to talk to people in general. So.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that, Angela. Those are awesome takeaways. Thank you so much. And she's so right. Like it's one of the big reasons we always push events is because it really does build that armor. We all need it. And isagenixevents.com is where you can see if there's anything close to your area. And then the good thing is I get to see a lot of you guys in August, and I'm so excited, and I can't believe it's like June. That's really close to here. Like, that's close. That is not far from now. So I'm so excited. And I love that. It's really meeting people where they are. And, 30-day system, the best pack is the best pack for a reason. If that doesn't work, we can scale back to the better, if not the good. And if that's still too expensive, regardless if that's not expensive, if they can afford the best pack, right, we're still encouraging 2 cleanse buddies. We're still encouraging them. If they have all the money in the world, we're always encouraging 2 cleanse buddies, because when you get those 2 people to join you, they have that built-in accountability. And their results are going to be so much better with that accountability. But also we're showing them how to offset their price no matter what. People still like to offset their price. And if they still are like, I don't know 2 people, we're always taking a step forward. Well, here's what a lot of folks do. They actually love to put a post on Facebook. There's a great Facebook post I can send you. You can make it your own. Are you open to that? No, I just don't post on social media much. Oh, that's fine. I have actually a great email you can send, or I have a great text you can send a couple friends, or 20 friends that you think would want to do it with you. So it's always making sure, and we're not being pushy, but we're giving people that roadmap, right? And if those things still don't work, that's where we're flat out, okay, we know you have to always know people's goals to be able to meet them in the middle, number 1. B, you're going to have to know their budget. Okay, so that doesn't work for you. Tell me this. I know you want to lose weight. I know you've been suffering with migraines. What is your budget? Because this is my language, I never let cost get in the way of feeling as good as you possibly can. I never let cost get in the way of putting these products in your body, because you deserve it. So tell me, what is your budget? Because I can put something together that can help you. And it may not give you the accelerated results that a 30-day system will, but I'm going to tell you right now, you are going to feel 10 times better. So guys, we don't want to lose people just because a 30-day doesn't work for them. So we're always going to take it another step. Even if that's 1 flipping canister of shake, hopefully it's going to go like this: best pack, better, good. Or let me take that back. Ultimate pack, best, better, good. If that doesn't work, we're going to go to healthy lifestyle pack, which is under health. It used to be under a category called healthy aging. They've changed it to, someone tell me. I can't remember what the category is now. That Vitality, I think you're right, Allie. But healthy lifestyle pack has 2 canisters. That's enough for 1 shake a day. It's got your cleanse. It's got your box of Isodelites. It's got your Ionics. The thought process there is they're doing daily cleansing, because we are not letting people doing full cleanse day unless they're doing 2 shakes a day, because they are simply not going to be set up for success. We've got to alkalize and prep their bodies, but they're going to still get great results. It's amazing what having that 1 shake can do, and the Ionics and the cleanse at night or in the morning. And if that's still too expensive, we're going to scale back, see if they're open to the shake and cleanse pack, and that's under weight loss. And that just has the shakes and just has the cleanse. You don't have Ionics, you don't have Isodelites. I want to let you guys know all of this is listed. If you go and click on and type on Residual Rockstars, PIB, it'll tell you that the PIBs or referral bonuses associated with those packs. It's not going to double like a basic or good, better, best pack does. And it's not as much. So a healthy lifestyle pack is $10. A shake and cleanse pack, I think, is also $10. Don't quote me on that. But it's for me, it's better than nothing, even if it's just 4 canisters. Because what that's going to do is hopefully create someone who's having good results that wants to be open and that can save their money to do a 30-day. Or like Angela went to the Super Saturday, and now she's building a massive business, and she started on 1 canister and she caught the vision. So that's why we always share the financial opportunity. And it's another reason, I'm not trying to go off on a tangent on this, but it's another reason if someone says, I don't have the income to do a 30-day system, It's another reason I say, well, then if I don't share with you this, I'm not going to sleep well at night tonight. But there is a massive income opportunity here. And whenever I hear that someone can't afford it, it makes me know I can't keep my mouth shut, because this financial opportunity can change your life. And share someone's story, or share your story of where you're going. If you don't feel like right now you're the success poster child, who gives a crap? Because if you believe in yourself, you will be. And that's why you're going to use someone else's flipping story. You don't need to be a six-figure income earner to talk about what's out there, because you have seen it, guys, from our team, from Andrea, from myself, from Melissa Hanault, to you guys that are doing it and growing, and Amy Farron and Elisa, and so many of you that are going in that direction. Like, it's amazing. So just know that there's so many great opportunities to share this financial opportunity, and it always starts with someone who, it doesn't always start, but it's an opportunity with someone who says they can't afford it. So, I got worked up on that one for some reason, but face your fear posts. Okay, so I went back and I just did a search for the face your fear hashtags. You guys, 31 posts since we kicked this Face Your Fear Off challenge a week and a half ago. That is fired up. So for people that don't know what this is, we are literally, yes, Kendall said drop a 1 in the comments if you believe you'll be a six-figure income earner with Isagen as the vehicle. I want to see ones from all of you guys, because all of you guys are six-figure income earners if that's what you want to be. All of you. There's nobody all of you. So we have 31 posts. So for people that are like, what's this Face Your Fear stuff? You should probably check Residual Rockstar page at least once a week, and you'll notice stuff like that. No, I'm kidding. But we're just all challenging each other to do things that scare us. And that's what we're doing in this business. And Andrea and I actually were together today, and we talked a lot about this. And it's called the cycle of performance. Really what happens in your network marketing business. I'm going to tell you guys right now, oh my God, look at all these ones. Yes. Andrea, are you in a place where you'd want to share the cycle of performance, or no? I don't see your face. Oh, you have a toothbrush in your mouth. Is that a toothbrush? Okay. So maybe you'll hop on after I finish this, but here's the deal. Okay, I have a lot of people say, okay, oh my gosh, she doesn't want to do this business anymore. Or, oh my gosh, I thought that like this person was going to run with me and they don't want to do it anymore. Or, oh my gosh, can I do this? I felt so good and so bulletproof after that event. And a month later, I'm like doubting myself. I'm doubting myself. I all of a sudden feel like I want to hide and I want to hibernate. And holy crap, I feel weird. Okay, I know every single one of you has felt a little bit of this, because you're normal, all right? Because you're normal. Here's what happens with Isagenix. It's very similar to a marriage. It's very, very similar to a new job. It's very similar to a new boyfriend or girlfriend. Anything new, and as you guys know, anything you do something that's new, it's exciting. So it's like your new job, and you're like, oh my God, I love it. Everyone's so cool, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden your Q mate starts farting, and you're like, oh my God, this job sucks. My Q mate freaking farts all day. My boss is a micromanager. I thought it was going to be great because they provide valet car service and a workout room that's beautiful. But that stuff falls out the window because reality starts to set in. Or maybe you're in a new relationship and you guys get cozy and you're like, oh, it's not as fresh. But with our business and what we do, you guys, we all come in guns blazing. Once you see that light bulb come on, where you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And you guys wouldn't be on this call if you didn't have that moment where you're like, this is mine. This is mine to grow and freaking save the world through Isagenix, right? But then what happens is that's the inception phase. And so it kind of goes like this. So it's like everything's new and amazing. And we're like so invincible. And then what happens is we start to grow into deception. And that's where we're like kind of going down this little circle. And we're like, all of a sudden, we're consciously incompetent. We're like aware of how uncomfortable we're feeling. We're like, oh my God, I only got 2 likes on that post. Oh my God, my live video No one was even looking and no one even has replayed it. And oh my God, I just like, whatever. Or, okay, I just sent like 30 emails or 30 messages and no one has responded and I just want to crumble. You know, like it's where you just start doubting yourself and it feels awkward. And maybe you spoke up on a call and you felt like you didn't say the right thing or something. Either way, deception is when you start to doubt yourself. And whenever people are starting to feel this way, like the discomfort, I'm going to tell you right now that should be celebrated because it means you're growing. And the more you keep pushing through, I'm going to show a 3-minute video from Eric Worre, and he talks about facing your fears in the network marketing business, and it's a freaking fantastic video. But here's the deal. When you're feeling that deception, the more you keep doing things that are uncomfortable, and the more you push through, guess what happens? You reach transformation phase. So it goes inception, everything's new, and you're like, I'm the best. I'm gonna save the world. I'm gonna be a millionaire. Like you're feeling so great, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, deception, I suck. I'm not like her. I suck. This is gross. I feel weird. And then you push through and you're like, oh my God, it's not as bad as I thought. Oh my God, I love this. And oh my gosh, I am a leader. And oh my gosh, I can do this live video. And I did great. And people are giving me like kudos. Oh my gosh, I'm not nervous when I speak up on a call. Holy crap, you're in the transformation phase. And what happens is you're now feeling good. You're like feeling that high again, kind of close to that inception phase where you're like, your posture is starting to get a little bit better. You got a little pep in your step. And those things that you thought were so scary, they're not as scary because you keep doing them. You keep doing them. And then what happens is the final stage, and that's called identity. And that's where you literally have rewired your brain to become that different identity. Your brain and your subconscious wants you to feel comfortable. So your subconscious just wants you to just be complacent. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you're at a place where you're like, oh, it feels weird, that's a good freaking thing. Keep pushing through the weirdness. Keep being weird. Keep pushing through because you're going to come out and you're going to be transformed. So understand that if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling weird, if you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling like that was really uncomfortable, that means you're doing something. So do it, and that's where you're going to really grow. So Emily Vermeer, I've just seen you have a shift, and you just shared some really powerful face your fear posts. Do you want to share just a minute, Emily, of like what you're feeling or like how this has felt for you to do these face your fear posts? And I've just seen you reach out to your gym owner. I don't even remember the other one. Just really reaching out to people about the business, and it just is really cool. So are you comfortable just sharing like what's going on with you?
Sure. So, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So this past weekend, I had to work my full-time job all weekend long. So from Friday through Sunday. And that kind of went along. Every timing is everything. And so it kind of just lined up with Face Your Fears, all the posts. And Friday night, I realized how much I'd rather be spending my time with my family than with 17 other kids and taking care of them. Even though I do love my job and I loved it, I'd much rather be spending my full-time 9 to 5 with my family. And so even though I've been doing Isagenix for a year and I have been doing the business as a side hustle for a year, that's what I've been doing is a side hustle. And I realized that I haven't been giving it the time that it deserved to get what I wanted out of it. So I was doing it as a side hustle, and that's what I was getting out of it was a side hustle. And I realized that my dream of being a stay-at-home mom and being able to bring myself home and retire myself and meet my full-time job income isn't going to happen if I just message a few people here and there and hop on a exec call here and there during the month and just attend these when I feel it's convenient for me. It's not going to happen. So it was just like an aha moment, and it took a year for that to happen, a little over a year for that to happen. and consistency is key. And like you were just talking, I would go to an event and I would be really fired up and I would go, and then I would start doubting myself and get all the no's, and then I would just go into a hiding hole and about ready to quit. But when I had to work this weekend, it really hit me that this is what I want. It's right in front of my eyes, and I just have to give it my all for a little bit, and then I will achieve that. So with the Face Your Fear post, it's more of accountability for myself. So I will write down, I write down all my goals and all my fears, I guess you would say, what I want to achieve. And then each day I just make sure I try to hit one, no matter, like today was huge. I texted Allie and I was like, I can't believe I just did that. I was so nervous. And I just joined this gym like a week ago, and I was like, I'm going to reach out to the owner today, and never even met him in person. And we're in talks now. So you just never know. You just never know what's going to happen. And even Allie just said, what's the worst thing that he's going to say? No, you're in the same spot where you're going to be. So just to put it out there. And I think just being accountable to myself and putting it out there in front of you guys is making me realize, okay, they know it, so I have to prove it and go out there and do it. So that's just kind of where I'm at and where I'm headed. So
I love that, Emily. You're doing awesome, and we see it in you. So you keep facing your fears. Guys, I can't say it enough. It's the best. It's so cool to see you guys do that. And I would just say aspire to do that once a day. Do something that scares you and post it, because it inspires me. It inspires me to do something that's going to scare myself when I see you guys post. Like it's only a win-win. And this is something I just want to see all the time. It's like an ongoing thing. And even if you get a no, who cares? You've put it out there, and it's much better than getting a no than not even asking. There's nothing worse than that what if. Living your life with what if, quite frankly, sucks. So put yourself in a position to be turned down than nothing at all. To me, I'd rather be turned down than not even try. Then I really feel like a failure. You know what I mean? So I love that so much, Emily. And would you guys, it's a 3-minute video from Eric Worre, and I love it. And he talks about facing your fears in the network marketing industry. Would you guys be okay if I show that, and then we'll just close our call? Is that okay? Okay, it's a great video. And I did want to say, I forgot to give these 3 people a shout out who are totally deserving, and I'm so excited for them. But just like Emily said, hopping on calls here and there, it's not really doing the business, and she's learning that. She's learning about consistency and everything. And with what Amy helped roll out a couple months ago, I've seen so many of you plugging into these calls, and I really think it's helped a lot of you with just a lot of internal, I don't know what the word is, drive. And these morning calls are freaking, if you're not plugging in, you've got to start, because they light me on fire. And Carol Elizabeth is this week. Shout out to Morgan Shaw, who asked her a really great question this morning. But Sarah Nash, Elisa Paulus, Tracy McKenzie were all the #1 takeaway get nugget shares. I was trying to figure out a way to explain this. Takeaway nugget shares. And they have all gone, they're going to get a call with Jessica Johnston. It's going to be a group call with the 3 of them and Jess. She's actually leaving for Top Achievers tomorrow for the Bahamas. So we're going to arrange it when she gets back, but I'm going to be talking to her assistant. So that's so flipping cool. And we're going to do this every month. Next month, or this month, we're doing Andrea's. So as you guys know, she's like brushing her teeth, or maybe she's flossing now, who knows, but either way, she's not showing her face. But she's using an enema. I'm just kidding, that's so gross. Why did I just say that? Sorry, I'm so inappropriate. I had to, my daughter, whatever. Stuff like that's on my mind because of what happened to my daughter this weekend. But I'm so inappropriate sometimes. Andrea is going to be doing, whoever wins, a mindset training call. And that is like Andrea's jam, as you guys know. And, that's the thing about Andrea. She's never wavered in this business. The 5 years she's been in this business, she has been all in and is the most consistent steady Eddie person that I know, like mentally, like just has her head on straight. Like, so she is going to be having a one-on-one call, or a group, whoever wins is going to do a call with her on just really getting your mind and your posture in an excellent place. So for the June winners. So I just wanted to say that really quick. Shout out to the three of you. You guys rock. And let me show this video. We'll wrap up. Let's get your map of execs posted if you haven't already before Monday night. And we're going to do that Tuesday strategy called 8:30 p.m. And it's invite only if you've done a map up to executive by Monday at 9. Okay, so I think I covered everything. Let me show this quick video. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Do you guys see Eric Worre's face currently? Do you guys see a big noggin right now? Okay, good. All right, let me click allow. And I'm gonna see how this works. I've never shared a video on a Zoom, and I'm hoping.
Hey everybody, this is Eric Worre, and welcome.
Can you guys hear it?
You ever found yourself afraid to do something in network marketing? Maybe you're afraid to make phone calls. Maybe you're afraid to do a presentation. Maybe you're afraid to follow up. Maybe you're afraid to get people started. Maybe you're, whatever it is, you're afraid of something inside of this profession. I think all of us have found ourselves in that spot from time to time. Our insecurities pop up, our old programming pops up, and we find ourselves in a frozen spot. Because when people are faced with fear, it's flight, run away, or fight, go towards the problem. And what most people do, they either freeze, like statues, and don't do anything, or they run away. That's what they do. Here's my word of encouragement for you today. To overcome your fear is much less activity than you think. Let's say you're afraid to make phone calls. If you decide to make 10 phone calls in the next hour, your fear will go down so much you can't even imagine. Just in 1 hour, it'll drop 80, 90%. You go, why was I afraid of that? That wasn't hard. Following up or getting people started or doing a presentation. Let's say you're just totally paralyzed, but you decide, you know what? I want a person with the marker makes the money. I want to get in front of people. I want to do the presentation. And you just decide to do 10 presentations in the next 2 weeks, even if it's one-on-one. And you go, not only 1, I'm not as afraid anymore. 2, I'm pretty good at this. 3, I've gotten a lot better just in 10 attempts. Not 1,000, just 10. My message for you today is you'd be shocked at how small the activity needs to be in order for you to get past your fear. You're afraid of anything in network marketing. Face it for a minute. Fight it for a minute. Decide to beat it into submission for a minute. That doesn't take that long. And pretty soon you'll put that fear in your rearview mirror. You won't be afraid of it anymore. Remember when you were a kid and you had to walk through a dark room, pitch dark room, and you're for sure the boogeyman was going to grab you halfway through the room, but you knew that the light switch was on the other side of the room. The only way to turn the light on was to get through that dark room and get to the other side. Remember? Remember that feeling, how scared it was? And if you're trying to be really brave, you'd walk through and then flip the switch, but usually you'd walk and you'd start running because you wanted to get it over with as quickly as possible. And after you did that 10 times, 20 times, you realized there was nothing there. It was just darkness. You needed to turn the light on. And now as adults, we walk through, no problem, flip the light on, and we don't feel that fear anymore. It doesn't take over our emotions anymore. That one's in the rearview mirror. We might have other fears, but that insecurity is in our rearview mirror. You move forward. Take a little bit of action and watch your fear start to fade really fast. That's our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. My wish for all of you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. Now let's go tell the world, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Did you guys love that? It is so true. And I really just want to end with go after what's scaring you the most. And just like Eric said, like before you know it, it's not going to be as scary. Go after what you are fearful of the most. And I love hearing the response to all this. I love you guys. I'm loving keep up these Face Your Fear posts, and just know that is how you push the needle in this business. It's just to keep doing what scares you until you get comfortable with it. Then figuring out what scares you again. I really don't love to put myself out there and go to like, contacting the gym franchise owner and doing these events where I'm out talking to people. I kind of dread that stuff, to be honest. But once I get there and I'm talking to people, I'm like, this feels so good. It feels so good to just put yourself out there. And then you kind of leave and you do have that pep in your step. So keep doing what scares you. And if you guys need anything, let me know. And it was good to see your faces tonight. So I hope everyone has a great evening. Mwah. Love you guys. See ya. Thanks for sharing, everybody.